Yo, what's poppin', family? It's the Kid Professor X. Welcome to another lovely edition of Crowns Up, the Crowns Up podcast, giving you the best in hip hop, faith, and culture. I got a good friend of mine in the space today. I appreciate her. She has been with me from the beginning of thinking through Crowns Up, and I would be sitting there practicing with her, and she'd be like, "You trash," or "You need to get it together." Please welcome my girl, Kalisha Lockett. Kalisha, what's up?
Hello. Hey, X.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Good to see you.
You too. It's been a while now.
I know, man. Our schedules are crazy, but I'm glad that you're here.
Been MIA.
Dog,
MIA.
I'm hustling out here. I'm trying, okay?
You're actually doing really good. I'm actually proud of you.
Thank you.
Seriously,
Thank
I am.
Thank you. So, for those that are new, Crowns Up is a podcast. Again, we talk about hip hop, faith, and culture. Our goal is to motivate, inspire, and ignite the passion in you to be able to be the king and queen you were created to be. We want to keep your crown fit and your soul lit. All right. So all things, remember to always keep your crowns up. Those that do not know about you, Kalisha, can you give the people a little bit of information about who you are, like your background, where you come from? You know what I mean? It ain't gotta be nothing too extra, okay?
So a little bit about me. I am a producer at V103 and at WAOK. So I've been doing it for like 2 years now. Also, aside of that, I'm a banker as well. If you ever need an account, hey, come check me out. Synovus Bank off of 75 and 285. So yeah.
Money.
Yeah, I'm also from Mississippi. Been in Atlanta for like 3 years now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just trying to, grind and hard and do and just hustle, just like this guy right here.
Hey man, it's real out here in these streets, okay? Like, I met Kalisha through being a producer at V103. She actually taught me everything that I know. Her and my girl Danielle. Shout out to you, Danielle, if you're watching this. Taught me everything I know when it comes to production, how to use audition, how to put beds under, using my voice, smiling. When I first was coming up with tagline, she was sitting there saying, "Okay, that's not it. It's gonna come to you. Just keep it moving." But
the good thing about it is you caught on quick.
Yeah,
you caught on quick with it. So
yeah, I appreciate that. And that is to say that if you're out there and you want to start something, or you want to create something, or maybe God got something on your heart or whatever like that has never been done before, you might need somebody to run the ideas by. There's nothing wrong with sitting there and sharing and having somebody who's a little bit more experienced than you to be able to critique and make it better. Everybody that has something maybe negative to say about your craft or whatever like that is not a hater. They could be giving you constructive criticism,
exactly.
So you could be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's something that Kalisha did for me. So I'm grateful and I appreciate it. And she's returned the favor by actually being on what I have been talking about doing. And now she's here.
I know. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so we got to get into what's good with the culture. All right, there's been some things that's going on, that's been happening, some major things. And we're going to talk about it real quick. One major thing is we got to give a major salute to the incomparable, iconic Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
I know.
Okay? Video Vanguard
Yes.
Award for MTV at the VMAs just happened. She won. Shut it down for a good 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Straight. Just her.
2 decades in the game.
2 decades in the game, killing it. What's your favorite Missy song? Do you have one?
Is it worth it?
Hey!
I put my thing down.
Put the arrow.
Have you ever realized what she was saying?
No. What is she? Break it down for me.
I don't know. I think Jay, I think she understood what she was saying, because I think she had to repeat it twice.
Is your favorite that part?
Yes.
I have no clue what she's saying.
Yes.
We should look up the lyrics. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Missy song is between Music Makes You Lose Control. Lose Control.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorites. I gotta give it up to The Rain too.
I was just about to say that.
The Rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first time we heard her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her videos were great. And Get Your Freak On.
Oh yeah, I
Get
forgot
Your
about
Freak
that
On.
one. Because I remember when she first came out, I'm like, this is totally different.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I like it. It's
Yeah.
eccentric, but you know, it's not exploiting women
Yeah,
like that.
facts.
So she was a different type of artist in the game. So
Yeah.
I definitely appreciated her for that.
Definitely. And also salute to you, Missy, because she won. She's the first female hip hop. I don't even know if female. She might be the first hip hop artist ever to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
I'm not sure on that.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a big
huge.
deal because finally hip hop is being recognized for the intelligence, the genius that it is, you know, and to have someone of her stature who writes for everybody. List goes on and on about her pen game.
Yes,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
true.
And it's still doing, and she just dropped a new album called Iconic. And she got a new single called Throw It Back. She got one called, it's not called, is it Cool Now or Cool Down or something like that? It goes really hard. And so if you haven't copped that Missy album, go cop it. Iconic, go listen to it. Support our icons, you know what I mean? So salute to you, Missy, appreciate you. And the VMAs were pretty good. Her performed. Cardi was introducing people. They had a lot of Latino rap on there. That was really dope. And I have to say this. They was in Newark, New Jersey, and did an all-star cast of Newark or New Jersey legends, including
Queen Latifah.
Hey!
That's my girl.
Yo.
I love her. I
Yo,
love her. I
she
love her.
killed it.
Oh,
She
yeah.
came riding in on a motorcycle with the do-rag on, and I was like,
Cleo!
Yeah, Cleo is here! She's here! Cleo killed that joint.
Cleo.
Queen, she bodied that joint.
Man.
And she was spitting too. And I think people forget, like, she was an MC.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? First, you know, because she's, of course, an actress, you
Yeah.
know, philanthropist, all that stuff. But she had the bars, you know what I
Okay.
mean? And she hung around with dudes and stuff. So definitely Naughty by Nature. I love Naughty by Nature, you know what I mean? Naughty by Nature was out there killing it. Redman came out. He did Rockwaller. That's one of my favorite Redman and Method Man favorite songs of all time.
Yeah.
Was Rockwaller. And they even had Fetty Wap out there.
Really?
Yeah, you know, he's from Jersey.
Okay.
He's from Jersey. So.
I feel so bad because I didn't watch the VMAs, so
It's okay.
just like I'm not saying much because I haven't watched it, but I know it's all over
Look,
social media.
I just watched it yesterday, okay? So don't feel bad. I didn't
Okay.
watch it on the day of. So when you get some time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually a good show. Even those who are not the hip hop artists, you know how sometimes you watch award shows and you be like, yo, I think I want to change it because I'm not trying.
Right.
The actual performances are actually good. too, you know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Right.
So yeah, it was good. Shout out to Missy and everybody who won an award at the VMAs. Cardi took over best hip hop.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So
Dope.
shout out to Cardi and the Barty gang. What new music have you been listening to?
So recently, what I found, Tierra Whack. If nobody has
Yes.
ever heard of her, go check this young lady out, man.
Yeah.
Because I know one of the songs that I listen to, because I know she has a ton on YouTube
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the songs that I really like is called Unemployed.
Yeah.
Super dope. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a Kendrick Lamar feel
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that type of way. So yeah, super dope.
Yeah, and her cadence is fire, her bars.
Yeah.
And if you follow her on Instagram, sometimes she be putting out little freestyle
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram and stuff like that. She body flexes,
Raw.
freestyle, like she's phenomenal. Shout out to you, Tierra Whack. I've been talking about Tierra Whack too. So if you sleep on Tierra, all right, go
Don't
listen.
sleep on
Don't
her.
sleep on her
Don't
because
sleep on her.
she it, you know what I mean? And she's different from other lyricists only because like she comes from speaking of Missy, she comes from that type of cloth.
Yeah.
Of like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit and I want my creativity to be the thing that is pointed out. You know what
Right.
I mean? And
Instead
since,
of her body.
yeah, and since we're talking about females who spit, shout out to Meg the Stallion,
Oh, yeah.
Hot Girl Summer, the video's about to drop, and she won a Moon Man on the VMAs, and Rhapsody. Dog. Shout out to Rhapsody for producing epic albums, dog. Like Charlemagne says that she's like top 5, you know, in his ranking of
Oh,
hip hop
yeah.
artists, and she's not in my top 5, but god dang, she's on the list
Oh, yeah.
because she be banging. She got a new joint called Eve. I'm gonna tell you the concept. The concept is that every single track is dedicated to a black woman. So every song has a black woman's title, and she got Queen Latifah on a song called Ishepsu. And for those that don't know, Ishepsu is the first black female pharaoh. So they got a joint. She got D'Angelo on the album. She got Jizzle on the album. Like, it's a great body of work. The first track called Nina is a phenomenal intro. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's based off of Nina Simone. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go listen to it. She got a song called Cleo, off of Cleo from Set It Off, where she just like bodying cats. Like, it's a great body of work. Salute to you, Rhapsody. Go cop that Eve. Jadena drop. 85 to Africa. I was bumping that on my way here. It was pretty good. For all my Christian hip hop artists or lovers, whatever like that, Andy Mineo dropped Work in Progress. Is finally here. It's pretty dope. Shout out to you, Andy. And the Snowman himself, Atlanta's finest,
Jeezy,
drop Motivation 104. Shout out to you, Jeezy, the legend of the Snowman. Definitely feeling MLK Boulevard, Foreplay. Oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? He got a lot of good joints on that joint. So shout out to, there's a lot of new music. So if you're sleeping on the music, go listen to some music.
Yeah, don't sleep on the music, man.
So yeah, so that's what's good with the culture. Next we're gonna get into the Crossroads. Crossroads is our segment where we deal with the issue of faith or something that's going on in the millennial culture. And as a millennial, a lot of times we are taught, or we've been told, I think in contradiction to like what our parents may have focus on, about pursuing your dreams. Right. And you know, there's the movie Pursuit of Happiness. Like, there's all this information or push for us to be able to pursue our dreams and get our dreams out and do what we love to do or we're called to do. I want to know from your experience, Kalisha, how easy or difficult has that been, or how important is that as a millennial, as a woman who is successful in the 20s and stuff like that? How important is pursuing your dream, or what has been your experience with it?
First off, I don't think I consider myself a millennial, even though the older generation, they think that I don't do things that the younger 20-year-olds, mid-20s, I don't think that I do what they do. But, you know, that's just me personally.
Right. But you're still a millennial, okay? You're still in there with us, okay? You may be an elder millennial, but you're still a millennial.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, about the purpose. So back when I was in college, I feel like that I wanted to be on TV, I wanted to be the next Al Roker because I wanted to do meteorology.
Okay,
so I know. Yeah, I did, because I was going to be the female Al Roker.
Yeah.
And so when I was in college, I realized, they have a radio station. So let me do this. Forget about news and stuff like that, because, you know, you always hear something bad about, you know, what's always going on in outside in the world, X, Y, and Z. But radio, you always listen to music, you know, what's popping in entertainment and stuff like that. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and do this. And so, I was a DJ and on-air announcer. And so...
Hold up, you was a DJ? You was on the ones and twos?
I was.
Hey.
I was, but, you know, I'm not even going to tell my DJ name.
I was saying, what's your DJ name? Come on.
No, it was a little bit lame, so I'm not even going to tell you.
Right.
So anyway, got done with school. Graduated, interned at a radio station back in Mississippi. It was like a smaller market, and I was like, man, they don't have any opportunities for me. So then it forced me to get a regular job at the bank. So it's just like, man, I feel like I'm not even going anywhere. And then Mississippi is such a smaller market, I can't do anything. So I'm like, let me move to Atlanta. So I quit both of my jobs, came out here jobless, didn't have anything. So I was just working like petty little jobs until, you know, I got the banking job. So everything happened to me in sixes when I was out here. You know, they say it's bad, you know, everything about six and stuff like that, but it did happen to me in threes. Yeah. So I moved out here in 2016. It took me 6 months to get on here at the radio station, because I was very consistent with, working here because I know I really wanted to work because I wanted to start something different.
Yeah.
But even though I'm here, but it's still hard because I do want to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Because being here, I got the experience. I gained the experience. I met a lot of people and stuff like that. So I'm continuing to network and meet other people outside of here as well. But I definitely want to transition into something different as well because, in entertainment, you can do anything that you want.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm still trying to find my purpose because it is still hard right now because there's so much that I want to do because this day is like, I want to quit both of my jobs and just travel and just do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
But, it's just a thing that you just have to focus on. And pretty much, if you think it, just write it down.
Yeah.
That's how I see it as, but I'm still working on my purpose.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the whole like some days you just want to quit. I mean, how have you maintained your level of stability and sanity when you may be working jobs that may have a purpose, as in providing income so you can have a home to stay in? But then they may not fulfill you or you may not be operating at the fullest potential of your purpose. Like, how have you maintained that? Or like, what keeps you going? Like,
these bills, man.
That's right.
But God definitely keeps me going with that because I know that I have to provide for myself because I'm an independent person, so I only depend on myself because I can't depend on anybody else to take care of me, pay my bills and stuff like that because I have a responsibility because I am an adult, so I have to do these things whether I like the job or not.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I gotta go to the job. To work the next day. I don't like it, but I have to do it because, I gotta maintain a check. So I gotta sustain a check, so I have to do it. So I can't live off of other people because I like living by myself.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I don't mean to sound dry.
No, you're fine.
It's just like,
no, you're fine. You're honest.
I know. Nobody likes their 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's just nobody likes their 9 to 5.
That's real.
I'm not gonna say that nobody, but people can like their 9 to 5. But I know that a 9 to 5, you just working to stay alive though.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce said it best though, 9 to 5 to stay alive.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think that's real. There are moments even. I was just telling somebody like up until yesterday, like I was sitting there thinking like, am I really supposed to be doing this? Like, is this really what I'm supposed to be on?
Exactly,
because there are times where you could feel like you're in the position that you're supposed to be in, or God has orchestrated some things, but because your maybe financial currency isn't where you want it to be or need it to be, maybe you're not getting a sense of fulfillment. Maybe your work environment is not the healthiest or whatever like that you could feel like tapping out and quit, you know? But you're like, and people do. People quit, especially millennials. Yo, I'm out of here. I don't need this job. But then it's like you got the struggle of, well, do I move back home? No. How am I gonna make this bread? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that there is a sweet spot of working a job to sustain you, but then having a side hustle that's gonna fulfill you.
Exactly.
You know, or to help you thrive. You know what I'm saying? So whether that's, for you, going and interning or shadowing somebody who's in the TV world or that space where you can sit there and say, bet, I may have to go clock in at this bank.
Yes.
But afterwards, I'm about to kill it.
Everything that you just said, I do it. I want to do it because the good thing about where I work at, they have a broadcast studio room there, and we do have people that's working in media and everything. That's why I like the location, because I do get the time to actually see a show that's actually ran.
Yeah.
So, but also what you just said about people wanting to quit and move home, that's not me. I want to quit my job, but there's nothing for me in Mississippi to do or anything. So I just don't understand why people just give up and just go back home. I understand the financial situation. That's cool, but stack your money and then move back.
Yeah.
But for me, that's why one thing about me, I save up my money because working in a financial institution, I've learned from so many people how to save money even for rainy days and stuff like that. What if you have to quit your job or they had to let you go? How long, not how long, but you have to save your money up for a year for like rainy days, just in case like you don't have anywhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much money do you need to save up if you don't want to do anything and stuff like that? So you need to have like a year's worth saved up if you just don't want to do anything. And I've been able to build that and sustain that as well. So
yo, spit them gems. I don't know if y'all just heard. She just gave y'all like gems, dog. Like, you gotta be able to have money to fund the dream.
exactly.
You also gotta be able to have money to sustain yourself, and you gotta have money that if, God forbid, something happens or you quit, you can be okay. You know what I mean? So finances, and I think that's the struggle for a lot of millennials, is not only like how do we pursue our dreams, but how do we sustain our dreams? Like, how do we keep finance? And a lot of us stay in bad spaces that we don't need to be in because of financial setback or not being financially free. So if anything, I would encourage you that if you want to do something, pursue it. Figure out a way. We all get 24 hours in a day. You know, you figure out a way of being able to sustain yourself and be able to live fulfilled. I used to be of the thought, like, just pursue your passion and the money will come. And I still agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
I do agree
I do.
that pursuing your passion, money will follow. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, his righteousness, all the things will be added unto you. However, I do believe that Jesus was a carpenter and he was changing the world. He was making his bread and he was goddamn walking on water and feeding 5,000 people. He was doing both and. So I don't think it has to be just one or the other. There's a sweet spot in there where if you can make your dream your funding source, then awesome. But if you can't, you might have to be bivocational. You might have to work a side hustle, 2 or 3 jobs, you know what I mean, to make it work. But do not pursue your dream out of financial instability or fear or insecurity. You know what I mean? I think because at the end of the day, you're not here created to just, wake up, go to work and die.
But how do you balance that? Even though you have to, be responsible and take care of the bills and everything, but you do like your part-time job. But how do you balance that? Like, for something that you have to do versus something that you really like. But how do you balance something like that?
My personal thing is, I think that you make time for what you want to make time for.
Sure.
So like for me, is this, it's setting up time to do something that I know that I've been wanting to do and I need practice in.
Right.
And you ask people to invest in you. And that's the other thing, like, you might have to fundraise. And that's something that I know we don't talk about a lot, but because I worked in the nonprofit world, I understand, like, you got to ask people, going in again, back to Jesus was dependent upon other people to sustain his ministry and to keep it moving.
Right.
Like, I know we don't preach about that, we don't talk about that, but that's in the scriptures. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, he wasn't just sitting there. God wasn't just dropping, coins from the sky, and he was like, yo, I'm good. He was sitting there going to house, and people were taking care of him.
Right.
And so you might have to ask somebody, hey, can you invest $100, $500, $1,000 into me because I have this dream and this goal, and I know if I have this, then I could be able to move this way. Or you might have to save. You might have to get a digit or a savings account and stash like $20 or whatever it takes to be able to buy some equipment, whatever thing is to do. And I think really it's like you got to keep your eyes on the prize. I know that sounds cliche, but you really got to sit there and think, like, I'm doing this over here because I'm trying to get here. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you can keep your eye there, then I think you're okay. And have some people around you to encourage you when the times when you want to get weak or you want to tap out or you want to say, I'm about to quit these jobs. Screw that. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I like you, Grace. You just be speaking the man.
You gotta sit there and be like, nah, dog. Like, don't tap out. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Because I saw a meme on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but it said, you've been wanting, you want to quit where you are right now, but a year ago you was praying to be in the position that you are right now. You know what I mean? Like, don't quit. Like, and it's like that's the reality. I myself, when I say we, like, sometimes be fickle. Like, we be like going back and forth, doubting, like, because it's hard and it's rough. You know what I mean? And it's like, the pursuit of anything or greatness is not easy. You know what I mean? I think greatness takes time and it takes work. It takes energy and it takes crying and struggle. And shout out to the late great Nipsey Hussle. Like when he was making Victory Lap, he talked about like, yo, I went through every emotion possible making this. You know what I mean? And I think that's the same way. It's like if you want to pursue something that's never been done before or that has been done but has never been encountered, it's gonna take some work and some time, and it may be a little bit rough. You know what I mean? But don't tap out because you aren't where you want to be because you're a lot closer than you were before.
Exactly.
You know a year ago, I didn't even, and people have to remind me this all the time. A year ago, dog, I didn't think being in a radio world, entertainment world was a reality, a possibility a year ago. It was the furthest thing from my mind. A year later, I'm working for the #1 station in the city of Atlanta, working under the #1 person in the city of Atlanta.
Exactly. And you know, my friends have to remind me that too, because they was like, how do you come from a small town in Mississippi and then you come to Atlanta and get on like one of the #1 radio stations in Atlanta? You should be grateful. I know that I am grateful for it. I am. I still am grateful. And then get to work with Larry Tinsley. Like everybody knows Larry Tinsley. To work up under him is like pretty amazing. It's pretty dope. But it's just like I'm still not satisfied though. It's just like I want more, but how can I even get more?
I think you just gotta keep putting the work. You gotta figure out what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you can't identify what that thing is that you were actually chasing, then you're chasing a ghost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like the pursuit of perfection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll never be perfect. You know, and so it's like if you keep striving for perfection, you're just sitting there like getting in a rat race. But instead, it's like, this is the goal I want to get to. You know what I mean? Like for me, I want to get on air. First thing I need to do to get on air is get in the door. In the door, check. You know what I mean? All right, now network, check. Okay, let me figure out how to run this board. Check. Okay, let me edit and get my voice right. Maybe cut down how much I'm saying, whatever like that. And so and then when the door is open, boom, take it. So set a goal, figure out, ask the Lord if that's what He wants you to do. Follow whatever He say, and then don't quit.
Yeah. Because I'm a firm believer in it. Like, once you pray about it, don't worry about it anymore. Because, I used to have a hard time with that. I'll pray about it, and then I still think about it because I don't want to say worry, but I just think about it constantly because I'm passionate about it and I really do want it. It's just like I'm so anxious. Like, I can't wait on it, but still I am patient enough to wait on it because I know it's a blessing with my name on it. And I'm so ready for it. I'm very anxious. That's why I feel it in my spirit because I know I'm going to do something great, but I don't know when or where or where I'm going to be at. So it's just like I just have to continue to pray and just believe that it's going to happen sooner than later.
Facts. So if you're like us and you're a millennial, or you're not a millennial because you don't have to just be a millennial to feel this way. If you're in a position in your life and you feel like us, drop a comment, let us know what you think. Follow us at Crowns Up Pod on all social media. Subscribe, like, share. Let us know if you're feeling it, if you feel like what we're saying is trash, if you like, yo, y'all spot on. Because it's real, you know what I mean? And we just want to let you know, like, you can do it too. You know what I mean? You can keep your crown up, you can pursue your dreams, and you can do both. You don't have to be one or the other. You know what I mean? And so now we're going to get into everybody's favorite part of the show. Top 5. All right, top 5, baby. So usually we've been doing top 5 on music, right? But I want to do a little something different. Because I just feel like we don't have to be boxed into just music on the top 5 segment. We can do top 5 on a lot of different things. And so me and Kalisha talk a lot about relationships. We talk a lot about relationships. That just happens to be how our relationship is. They just happen to be that way. So we was like, well, why not bring the audience into our conversation?
Yes.
So I'm married. And Kalisha is single, you know what I mean? I don't know if she's ready to mingle, but she's usually single. So fellas, you know what I mean? Relax. Okay. But one of the things that I think is important in whether you're in a relationship, you're single or married, is like places to go on dates. Like, where do you take a good date? So we're going to try to come up with top 5 places to go on a date at. So I'm gonna let her go through her 5. I'm gonna go through my 5, and then it's off the top. You know what I mean? Because We didn't pre-plan this, okay? So it's gonna be good. All right, so these could be places that, you know, if you want to name a specific place,
Okay.
you can. If you want to name a type of place, you can. And it can be unconventional. You
Okay.
don't feel like you got to be in the box. If
True.
you want people to take you out on a date, how will you know, like, you know, this is a great spot to go? You know, so.
Gotcha.
All right, go ahead.
Could it be like a lounge or anything?
Sure, it can
Okay.
be whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I only have 3 in mind. So the first one is Raised on the River.
Okay.
Very elegant,
She's
sexy.
fancy. So she's fancy. She already told you.
Expensive.
She already told you. Raised on the River is.
Raised on the River. The food is excellent.
Okay.
I mean, I love all the people there. I know the manager, X, Y, and Z. So anyway, yeah, Raised on the River. It's this lounge. It's called Monticello's over there in Cobb County. Have you ever heard of it?
I think Frank Ski. Shout out to
Yes.
Frank. Frank is
Yes.
host over there. I have not been yet, but
It's very
I wanna
grown
go.
and sexy.
Okay.
It really is. It really is. And the third one, park.
okay.
I like a good park.
Good
you
park.
know,
All right.
blanket, you know,
Yeah.
on the ground, you know, y'all having a little picnic and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So the fourth one, let's see, Top Golf. You can do
Okay.
Top Golf.
Okay.
And the last one, let's see, you can do a date at home. You can. You can cook dinner,
Yeah.
date.
There you go.
I mean, it's still a place.
There you
home,
go. Hey,
so,
there you go. There
why
you
not?
go. I like those.
yeah.
I like those.
Thank you.
We see that Kalisha has expensive taste, so fellas, if you're trying to holler at her, just know you gotta have your money right because Raising the Rivers is a big deal, okay?
I mean, it's expensive to
There
be
you go.
there.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Just kidding.
She's not. So my 5 places to go on a date. I'm gonna go with number 5. I'm gonna go with the bowling alley.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Because me personally, I like the bowl, and it shows like competitiveness,
Yeah.
and you can talk.
I like
You know
that.
what I mean? A lot of times on a date, like this is where actually I'm gonna get number 4 at bowling alley. Number 5, I'm gonna go with movies. Right? Here's the thing: I love a movie. I'm a movie head. You know what I mean? I love going to the movies. My only downfall about the movies is that you can't talk during the movie.
No.
But what you can do is do a dinner and movie type of setup.
I like that.
So if you do
I
dinner
like that.
and a movie, you can at least like converse over dinner, get to know them, you know. And then but here's the thing: like I had one of my worst dates on a movie. Worst date I've ever been on was at a movie. Probably it could have been the movie. It could have been the movie, or it could have been our chemistry was trash. Like
Right.
you know what I mean. After that date, I've never spoken to that woman again. She never spoken to me. Like it just was.
I had a horrible day
It
too.
was bad. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was trash. But a movie could, you know, hit a lick. You know what I mean? You can hit a lick at a movie. You know what I mean? You could find the one at the movies. Like, you know what I mean? So,
True.
you know, during the movie, bowling alley. The next one I'm gonna say is I'm gonna go with a park. I can relate on a park. A
Never
park
go
is a
wrong with
good
a park.
a park is a good one, but you gotta figure out if you're doing like a big field park or like a playground park. You know what I mean? Like y'all gonna go on the swing. You gonna like how you gotta have creativity
Yeah.
to make the park work.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you need to be bringing some grapes, some fruit, make you
Oh.
some PB and J's
All
or
of that
something
good
like that.
stuff.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you gotta be a real good spot.
Yeah.
So that's 3 a park. 2, I'm gonna say a festival.
Oh man, yes.
If there's a festival and you go on a date, I think that's a great time. Why? Because you gotta walk everywhere.
True.
And when you have to walk, again, you have to talk.
True.
You gotta build with the person. And not only is the attractions, you know what I mean? If there's a festival like the Tycoon Music Festival, you know what I mean? Where bad artists, and if you have a
Right.
certain type of artist that you like or whatever like that, you know, that could work. If you go into like if you're in New York or in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? They be having like different street festivals like Afro Punk or something
Yeah.
like that. Or Carnival, you know what I mean? Like
Oh yes.
you got fun, you got music, you got a little liquor, you got good times. You know what I mean? So I think a festival is a great date.
Okay.
My number one date, I think, would have to be a family cookout. Now, this is why, right? I'm the type of person that I want to cut the BS.
Okay.
I want to get straight to the point.
Okay.
And there's no better way of filling out a person than bringing them around your family. Your family will weed them out. Your family can sniff BS out. Your family can sit there and be like, yo, she got to go, all right? I don't like her. She gotta go. You know what I mean? And these are the people who have known you the longest. These are the people who know you the best. These are the people that's gonna be there regardless.
Exactly.
And whose opinion you should value a lot. Even if they're crazy. Even if like you got a crazy mama and you know what I mean like that. If your mama don't like her, if your father don't like her, if your grandpa, if your cousin,
now it's even
your
bad
siblings,
when the daddy don't like her. Like, son, that
right.
ain't it.
It ain't it. You know what I mean?
That ain't it.
You need to pay attention. And a lot of people be trying to hold off to bring people to their family because they want to sit there and make sure that they're ready and they're right. And granted, meeting the parents and meeting the family is a big deal. But that's why I said a cookout. A cookout is different than just family dinner at the house. Yeah. A cookout is like we all hang. I'm gonna see how you feel when you outside of your comfort zone.
Right.
I need to see what that interaction is like. You know what I'm saying? Can you fold? Are you gonna fold or can you stand your ground?
Right.
If you got people who gonna joan, can you crack a joke back or you gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm offended, oh, you sensitive? Nah, B. You know, and so I think that those are some great date spots. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. Yeah.
So
I like that one. Yeah. Well, I don't know about all that cookout and stuff. Yeah, too many folks all up in your face. Like, who is this? It's too many people in your face. No.
I mean, look, but you gotta be able. I'm just saying with me, right? I'm a type of person that's an extrovert, and so people are naturally gravitated towards me.
True.
So I'm always around people.
Yeah.
If you can't handle being around people, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't be introverted. What I am saying is you might have to have a higher capacity for people intake. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna make sure I'm both though.
Okay. So.
I am, seriously. I used to be an extrovert until I started working here. I was always by myself. So being at work where I'm always around people, I'm like, man, why are you on my face?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You good. So those are our top 5 places to go on a date. Hopefully it helps you out, fellas and ladies. You know what I mean? It's about to be cuffing season. You might need to, lock them down. You know what I mean? Let us know if you feel like our suggestions are trash or if they're great. Let us know. Kalisha, it's been a pleasure you being here on the Crowns Up podcast. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
You felt right at home, right?
I did.
I told you.
I did.
All right. If people want to get in contact with you, if they want to slide in your DMs, you know what I mean? If they want to sit there and just get at you, can you give them your social media information? How can they reach you and stuff like that?
They can't. I'm not on social media. No, I'm just joking. So my Instagram is Cali_Lock. That's CALI_LOCK. No Facebook because I don't get on Facebook that much, but so I only do Instagram.
Okay, bet. So go follow her. And also, if you're watching this and you got an entertainment plug, you know what I mean, hit her up. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Hit her up. As always, you can follow me at Professor X. That's PROFEZZORX. Follow us at Crowns Up Pod, CROWNSUPPOD. Please subscribe, share, tell somebody, repost. Go find a repost app on Instagram, whatever. Do what you need to do, man. But tell people about us because if you are enjoying this content, we want to continue to make it and bring it to you. And if you want to get on the show, if you got something to say, whatever like that, slide in my DMs, slide in our DMs. Let me know what's popping, and we can get you going. As always, this is the spot keeping you in the know about hip hop, faith, and culture, keeping your crown fit and your soul lit. It's Professor X. As always, keep your crowns up. I love y'all. Be blessed.